from WFAA-TV, the spirit of Texas. This is Good Morning Texas in high definition.
Well, good Monday morning, Texas. I'm okay. All right. Our not-so-perfect parent, Paige McCoy-Smith, is talking to an author with a unique look at parenting.
The message of Not So Perfect Parent is to say that we, as women, should reject the notion of being perfect. But we all know that is easier said than done. We still feel the pressure to be perfect parents and perfect wives with perfect bodies living in our perfect little homes. But single parent of two and award-winning novelist Jane Porter shares her new book, Odd Mom Out, which vividly illustrates the pressures moms feel to measure up in today's world. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Paige.
Let's talk about this pressure. I mean, we all feel it. I mean, I felt it, honestly, the minute I saw that little pink line on the pregnancy test. Truly. But where do you think this pressure is coming from? Is it society-driven? Is it media-driven? Is it other moms that are giving this to us?
I think for us as girls, we start as little girls imagining how life's going to be. And we're going to do it good. We're good girls. We're going to be a great mom. We're going to be a great wife. We're going to be a great woman. I think we're a little unrealistic as little girls. We always believe we could be better. And so I think it starts young, and then the media also, unfortunately, I think it feeds it. So much of our magazines is how to be thinner, how to be calmer, how to be more cheerful. I mean, it's just endless tips on how to be better.
Right.
So instead of saying you're terrific already, they come back and say, more, more, more.
Right, and it never ends.
No,
I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And truly, there never comes a point where you honestly can say, I've measured up and I'm arrived, because it's just the newest and the greatest, and as you age, those pressures continue.
And kids keep having different ages and stages. So you finally get the toddler thing down, and then they're hitting, kindergarten. You got to have separation anxieties then. And there's just another, there's school. It could be success, it could be learning disabilities. We're never there. And maybe that's the part, we women keep thinking we're going to get there, and then suddenly life's going to be perfect. It doesn't happen.
Once we get there, it's going to be perfect.
So instead of ever being happy right now, we keep waiting for there to arrive, or us to arrive there, and it's not going to happen. And I think the best thing for us as women is to say, have fun now. Enjoy right now.
Enjoy the moment right now. Well, in your book, Odd Mom Out, Marta, who is the kind of the protagonist, the woman that the story focuses on, she has a 9-year-old daughter, a really mature 9-year-old daughter. And Marta is kind of her own person, does her own deal, but her daughter, Ava, really wants her to conform. She wants her to be like all the other moms, carrying the Prada and, and wearing the Chanel. Do you think that moms also feel pressure from their kids?
I did. I didn't with my older son. He thought I was just this great mom. But my younger son came along, and he's like, well, why are you being a mom like that? The good moms don't do that. The good moms don't do that. And I'm like, wait, I'm a good mom.
Right.
But in his mind, the good moms were at school all the time volunteering. The good moms were arranging endless play dates. The good moms, and I'm a working mom. And I think I'm a really good mom. So his question brought me up short. And I had to do this big, tear my heart apart. Why am I not a good mom?
Right.
Does he love me? Yes. But he asked me questions that bring out the insecurity in me. And which is what gave way to this book. So I thought, I can't be the only one wondering, am I a good mom for being me?
Right. And I notice also when I am spending the time volunteering at the school, it never seems to be quite enough. There's constantly pressure to do more. But is it possible, from your perspective, for moms to be overly involved with their kids?
I do, because I think sometimes, and I'm a former teacher, so this is now, we're going to step into my teacher mode. When I have moms in the back of the classroom all the time, it was harder to teach. The kids are going to act different.
Was it distraction because mom is there?
Yeah, there's a little more permission there to push the teacher a little harder. Right. What's the teacher going to do? You're kind of undermining the authority a little bit. Now, some teachers are really good at saying, hey, can you make photocopies? Can you cut this out in the hall? But if you have lots of moms, especially as you hit towards 4th, 5th, 6th grade and junior high, we're seeing, teachers need to be in control.
Right.
And I feel like parents need to learn to take that time to kind of unplug from their kids a little bit and allow their kids to accept someone else as an authority figure. Listen to someone else. Build trust with someone else, too.
Well, you also see this on the baseball fields also from a boy's perspective, because I'm also a mother of 2 boys. On the baseball fields or the soccer fields, they're getting all kinds of pressures, but I also see the parents getting really involved in that and coaching the kids in addition to the actual coach. And I think there is value to
we need parents involved. There's no way one can be a good teacher or be a good school without having support from home.
Right.
But there's also time we're trying to teach kids to motivate themselves.
Right.
So if parents are just so driving from behind, kids aren't gonna be able to own their own success, own their own goals.
They need to be able to have their own identity.
So there's always a balancing, and it's hard to balance. It's hard to find that balance, but I think that that's the goal for us. It's not to be perfect.
Right.
It's just to keep juggling it, keeping it going.
I love it. Not to be perfect in a not so perfect sort of way. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, Jane. This is great. And for more information on Odd Mom Out, log on to WFAA.com/GMT. And for parenting questions or for segment ideas, write me at psmith@WFAA.com.